All right, so 3.5 day camp out at Thanksgiving in Broken Bow, Oklahoma, the Beavers Bend State Park. Pretty cool. Got a spot right there on the river, if you can see down there, the river. Super pretty, all these big huge rock walls and stuff around it. It's nice. Just kind of wanted to show you camp, some considerations of what I'm finding out, you know, what we're doing. So Snow Peak tent has been great. This is the Landlock, their huge tent. It's pretty huge. Set it up 3 times before and used it, but all for just jacking around, like testing it out in the backyard, camping at the in-laws, stuff like that. So today is the first real day of, or the second real day of camping in it for a few nights in a row. And I like it. It's 2-room, as you can see. We've got the inner tent in there. My wife and her son are in there with an air mattress and a cot, and still a huge aisle in the middle, so no problem there. I'm down here in there with a full-size Oz tent cot, mattress, sleeping bag. We've got a Snow Peak low table, the medium low table, 2 Snow Peak chairs, all of our bags and clothes and stuff, and again, still tons of room. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. I'll show you from this side. So as you see, it's an inner room here, and then a inner tent there, and then that. Got the Snow Peak Hexa Pro for the tarp. Love it. I've set this up now. I've had that for about a year, so we've used it several times. I've got some Drifta 3-stage poles there from Australia. They're so lightweight, I love them. Got Engel 60 combi, fridge and freezer running there. In a camp cover case, got 2 Alu boxes. Each one is food and one is like all of the cookware and stuff. A couple more Snow Peak chairs, Oz tent table, Snow Peak bench. I ran these Goal Zero lights last night up, and then a little USB extension cord here, cable, that goes into the Bluetti. So I got the Bluetti AC200 there, the original one, not the P, and it's doing okay. It's running just the fridge right now. At night it runs the lights. I also have a water heater because I have a shower tent that I haven't set up yet, a double Julka. And then I've got it going off of some solar panels. So I'll show you over here. I have 3 250 watt Safiery from Australia. These panels, not cheap to import, I promise you, but they do work well. They're 250s and they run at super high voltage. I think it's like 58 volts or something, which is way different than other panels. And what that does is, on the Victron components, it converts that voltage into extra current, right? So it's high voltage, low current, different than a lot of the American stuff that's going on. But these are lifesavers. They're only like 17 pounds a piece. Super cloudy today. You see we're getting a little bit of sun on them, and so I'm getting anywhere between 100 and like 400 watts, which for a real cloudy day in, you know, Thanksgiving in November, this is good. This is very good. So some of the things to consider, I have a Ecoflow Delta, the original 1300 in there, and an additional booster pack that I built. And we're letting my wife and son have a little space heater at night, right? 750 watt space heater. So here they are, the Delta and the booster pack. And I'll show you real quick. So we're real low, right? I fully charged the Delta off of the generator. I'm charging the Bluetti off of the solar, but pretty low, right? That's what it ran with last night. So it can take solar, which I'll switch over maybe. It can take AC, and then outputs, it has an XT90, which is 48 volt, and then it has a 13.8 volt regulated. And I just use this to boost. So this connects into here, the charging port on the Bluetti, on the Ecoflow, pardon me. So that's how I've done that. So now this is 100 amp hour lithium in there, and it has a Victron charger in there, and it has a Victron MPPT in there, and a heater system for to keep the cells warm, so that it'll automatically turn on with the thermostat if it goes below freezing, to keep the lithiums going, all kinds of stuff. So, and a cooling system. So this plugs into there. This gives me what, 1250, and than the Delta 1300, which I think is really only about 1100 real output. But that's enough to run that heater all night. And it's pretty compact, right? We're at about 25 pounds here. And I can't remember on the Delta. It's light though, probably 25, something like that, 28. I'll show you kind of in there. There's that little heater right there that they're using. Little Helinox table, queen size air mattress, and a Helinox cot. Pretty cool, right? And then in here I keep a little table in this so we can sit. Got some Goal Zero string lights up there, the little ones, and they just run off a USB, which the Delta actually sits right there at night, and the booster pack kind of right there. But works okay. I bought a nice floor from Drifta for this inner room in here, this outer room, and left it at home. So that's awesome. Spent money and imported all the heavy canvas and then didn't bring it. So Walmart tarp, Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Thank you, Walmart. It's non-super Walmart, which is always cool. But it's kind of what I'm rocking so far. Right on the river. Had a little campfire last night. We've got a lot of bad weather coming. So tomorrow, Thanksgiving, we're going to be here. We're not doing the family thing. I'm going to actually enjoy a holiday. And I've got some firewood in that bag from Drifta and my axe, our little fire thing. There's the river again. But we've got some weather coming, right? So one thing I did notice is, for example, I forgot the power brick for the Bluetti, the big Bluetti, the AC200. So I can only do solar. I can't do my little generator over there. That's a Westinghouse, I think, I-2200. Works great. It's very quiet. And it sips gas. I charged that Ecoflow with it in an hour. But so I'm stuck with solar, just kind of using the big thing. I also have an induction cooktop, but I don't know if I'm going to use that. I may just cook on the campfire because it's going to suck a lot of power. And with today's cloudiness and tomorrow's rain, possible rain and cold, it's supposed to get 28 tomorrow night. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to drain that Ecoflow, and the Bluetti, and I'm going to take it in the tent so that the little space heater keeps it warmer overnight so that it doesn't freeze out here. But some of the things, so even with 750 watts, and believe me, those Safiery panels up there, which is spelled Safiery from them, those things are really awesome. With that high voltage, man, they put out in sun. It's 250 watt panel, you get 250 watts. And I've even seen like 268 and stuff off of one panel. So it's nothing to hit the max on those, which is completely opposite of all the American brands. You know, I had Goal Zero panels, they were terrible. I've had some other panels that are just sick, you know, silly. It doesn't do anything like it says. It's supposed to be a 200 and you get like 120 out of it and stuff. But these really do their thing. But when it's cloudy, you need to over panel, right? The Bluetti AC200, it'll take solar 700, I think, and I've got 750 hooked up to it. That's nothing. And we're only getting, you know, 200 to 400. I need to hook up another panel. I need to buy one more from Australia and have it sent over. I'll do it after Christmas, but that way I have 1,000. Those are also the panels that I'm going to plug in externally to the Bronco that I'm building. So, you know, if you're driving and overlanding, quote, quote, every day, you use your vehicle to charge your in-vehicle system or whatever, and it's no big deal, right? Some solar on the roof and a vehicle alternator, and you're good. When you're sitting and base camping for, you know, 2, 3, 4 days, and it's cloudy, and it's going to be stormy and things like that, man, you're going to have to figure something else out. So I'm not going to get all the charge that I would have liked this time, and so I'm not going to be able to do, like, you know, the induction cooktop. Now, we can live without heat. Man, I grew up in Boy Scouts. I did it from 8 to 18 in the 80s and 90s, mid-80s, mid-90s. And we didn't have any of that. You know, we had an old sleeping bag. We had a Timberline, Eureka Timberline, A-frame tent, little bitty 2-man, and the original Thermarest, you know, on the ground. I still have that Thermarest to this day, but we had nothing. We had no gear. You know, the lanterns were propane. There was no lithium. There was no rechargeable. There was no USB. This was back in the day. So I'm fine with it. But, you know, a little comfort for the wife and son and everybody, right? If you have a means to turn on a little heat and not have it be 28 degrees, wouldn't you? Yeah, so pretty easy. And then the same thing over there. I'm about to set up the shower this afternoon while it's daylight, and then tonight we can all have a shower with the double Julka. I've got the full pump and water system. I might do another video on that, and let you guys see that. And I have a hot water heater, so non-propane, all electric, which is rare. So I'll show you that in another video. But a little bit of luxury is fun if you can. All this fits in the bed of that truck. I don't have a trailer to have to tow all this stuff. I don't have a rooftop tent. It's just a regular F-150 with the tent and the tarp and the table and the solar panels and all that stuff. So pretty easy. All right, thanks guys.